Rosie's White House musical goes wrong as her Hollywood buddies throw her out like trash. By Rebecca DeCirio, Entertainment Politics for MadWorldNews.com. Rosie O'Donnell is in meltdown mode after she worked so hard to stage a White House musical. With a few Broadway stars, Rosie O'Donnell used the rally to bag interviews on CNN, MSNBC, where she started rambling like a lunatic about President Donald Trump. The hefty comedian's thoughts were so bizarre, her Hollywood buddies just threw her out like trash. Don't miss this. On the heels of her White House musical, Rosie O'Donnell eagerly joined CNN and MSNBC for interviews. The former host of The View should have stopped with the rally, but you can't stop the train wreck that is Rosie O'Donnell. Rosie's conspiracy theories about President Trump came spewing out of her mouth on MSNBC's The Beat. Trump is not mentally stable enough to run this country, started O'Donnell. He should not be president. I don't believe he's a legitimate president. I believe if it weren't for Russia, he would never have won. And the reason he's not so panicked about Russia, he knows they will try again to do exactly what they did in 2016, screamed Rosie. She continued, although the mainstream media won't say it yet, they, meaning Russia, actually gave him the election. I believe that firmly, and I think a lot of people do. MSNBC's host, Ari Melber, just sat there looking stunned. Then Rosie claimed, I think the mainstream media is slowly coming around to where the people actually are. It took you a long time to call him a liar, and the man has been lying a long time since in office. What people? This job is claiming the majority of American people believe Russia rigged the presidential election, and that's how Trump won. Wow, I loathed it when Barack Obama won twice, and sure, we all know about some voter fraud, but that's the Democrats' thing. To claim Russia somehow rigged the election and hoodwinked Obama's CIA and FBI, who hated Trump and were out to destroy him while Russia scored 70 million votes for him behind their back, makes me laugh out loud. Then Rosie is charging the mainstream media with not calling Trump a liar. My God, the legacy media have done nothing but report Trump's a liar, a Nazi, a misogynist, a Russian spy, and the list goes on and on. Statistics show the mainstream media's reporting on the president is 90% negative. Rosie's brain is fried. We know that with certainty, as she spewed her most ridiculous allegations. You see people at these rallies, most paid to be there, screaming he's right and letting the racist deep dark corners of their soul flourish. It's so against everything American. It really is. I hope we can flip this and save democracy. If we can't, I have to believe fascism will take over in America, O'Donnell claimed. Well, her Hollywood buddies are steering clear of Rosie O'Donnell. She's so unhinged, even Jimmy Kimmel threw her under the bus while he doubled down on his Trump hatred. Kimmel said on his late night show, the idea that Trump is paying these people, Kimmel asked, sorry, Rosie, but that is ridiculous. A rabid Trump hater, Kimmel added, he doesn't pay anybody. Why would he start with them? Kimmel is no dummy. He soundly threw O'Donnell under the bus while keeping his bona fides as a staunch Hollywood leftist by adding his Trump punchline. And he's not the only one, Kimmel, calling Rosie ridiculous, opened the floodgates. The anti-Trump Morning Joe show reminded everyone why Rosie is now persona non grata with leftists. After Kimmel's smackdown the next morning, Joe Scarborough threw Rosie out like trash, saying, I was reading a New York Times article yesterday from back, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, when Alex Jones and Rosie O'Donnell and all of these other people believed that Building 7 had imploded and that the United States government had killed Americans on 9/11. That it was an inside job. I mean, that's such diseased thinking. Rosie had a meltdown which erupted into a tweet storm. Don't compare me to Alex Jones. Morning Joe, I never met him. I don't support him. I have nothing to do with him. I, like millions of others, do not believe the official story. That doesn't make me a conspiracy freak. You twist the truth, Joe. Stop it. Truth, you, hashtag truth, you enabled. Well, the Morning Joe show is the go-to program watched by all of the Hollywood crowd. Along with Kimmel's big leftist late-night talk show, Rosie was sent a clear message by her Hollywood buddies: go away. Rosie O'Donnell's crazy ramblings have alienated her with even the most rabid Trump haters. Her anger at the president and her nutty conspiracy theories is what happens when you watch too much of MSNBC's Rachel Maddow. The leftist media's indoctrination and brainwashing worked on Rosie, and she has no one else to blame but herself. Well, I guess she didn't sing too well at the musical. She said she was going to leave Trump without sleep. Meanwhile, Trump was at a golf course in New Jersey, at his golf course in New Jersey. Look, listen, the things that come out of her mouth, there are a lot of screws loose. That's all I have to say. And you don't expect the liberals to go down along with you once you start, failing at what you attempted to do. She thought she was going to be, praised for that musical. Yet, when she was on these television outlets, they only saw how ridiculous she sounded. Even they couldn't even stick by those words. So they don't want to be labeled along with her as being totally off the wall. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.